look, say hello. Not really. Hi guys, welcome to Nine's Corner. I hope you're doing well, feeling well. I have about 45 minutes before my son comes home from school, and I thought, what am I going to do? I'm going to have a coffee, and I'm going to look into some tarot readings. So I thought, stick on the old camera, and let's have a look together, shall we? So my first question out, I want to know. Let's have a look and see, how is Donald Trump feeling? What's going to be the future of his health going forward? What's going on there? Let's have a look. Okay. First card up, heads up, there's more going on here than what we see. I don't think Trump is feeling very well. I bet you any money he's having some really bad headaches, not being able to breathe very well. It's almost like this is him trying to do too much, trying to show that, hey, I'm okay, when he really isn't. Then we got Hangman. So it's almost like he's making this sacrifice because he's so full of anxiety. He's so worried about the fact that he's not going to be able to win. And it's almost like, in a weird, sick way, he's not even really worried about his own health. It's almost like he really does feel as though, yeah, but I'll get over it quickly. Because it's like he's going to will it to happen. That's how he sees it. But this looks like there's going to be a need for more medical intervention. Then for the outcome, we've got the moon. So here we're looking at, there's going to have to be a review about what's been going on because something isn't right. There's a lot of hidden motives, which I'm sure has to deal with the fact that, he's out with this virus and putting other people at risk. And there's something about the timeline when he got it. I mean, the pool of people that have gotten it, which is exactly what we said when we said, what's going to be the result of it? And I got the 10 of Pentacles upside down. And I said, you're just going to see a slew of people. So everybody from Chris Christie, who we said on Celtic Sheila that he would get sick. So yes, all these people got sick. This is like they're going to try to they're putting on a television production. So they're trying to hide how really sick he actually is. It's the opposite of him actually being not sick. It's actually that he is sick. And this is letting me know that there's something going on with the brain. There's something going on with the emotions. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of the complications could be something to do with his brain, but there's something here. Mr. Trump, you're not out of the woods yet. You still got a ways to go. And guys, let's always wish everybody, every soul on this earth, good health, that they don't suffer or anything like that, because anything that you put out into the universe, it boomerangs and comes right back to us. That is so true. So I got a really nice email asking about Texas. Could I do a reading on Texas? So that's what we're going to do. Now, I will say, I've had a few people saying, you should check out, this person or that person. And, I love other tarot readers. And prior to getting my own channel, oh my God, I would be doing tarot readings with the tarot readers. I mean, Kristen Langston has no idea how many times we've actually done readings together. And with Cash Peters, because they don't do what I do. So I don't want to be influenced by other readers. Honestly, it takes a long time for me to build up trust with people and stuff. So it's hard for me to open myself to allow people to come into my world. So, my friends and family, they're shocked that I'm doing this channel, completely shocked. It's completely outside of my norm. So that's really hard. So, honestly, when Marie shouted me out and Cash did, that was of their doing. They came to me. I don't have the wherewithal to go to anybody or do any of that kind of stuff. And I'm also very careful about, the company you keep, because let's face it, there's lots of people out there, some good, some not so good. And as a card reader and as somebody who has lived, breathed, and eaten tarot for years and years,
I can be pretty critical about other readers, and there are some readers out there that things, and I don't think they're truthful at all. And there's others that have small followings and they're great readers. So, so who am I to judge?
just do what I do. And there's lots of readers that I'll watch after the fact, like, like Whimsy and them. I'll look at their videos in a couple of days or maybe a week or so because somebody had mentioned it, just because, it's interesting and she's fabulous. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I just, when I, honestly, when I first got my YouTube channel, I got harassed by somebody. And when I did my research, it ended up being that it was another tarot reader. And I was just like, wow, I was shocked. So I just prefer to try to stay I just try to stay in my own lane, more or less is what I'm saying. So, alrighty. So let's have a look and see what's going on with Texas. There's a lot of there's a lot of tension there. When I say the word Texas, it's almost like I get this feeling, and it's almost like there's a clash between the old and the new. There's a clash between money and health and morality, and it feels really heavy. And then you've got John Cornyn and MJ Hegar. So they're going to be up for Senate race. So let's see. I'm kind of going to base it on them. So let's just have an overall look and see how's Texas and who's going to do what when it comes to the Senate race. Will Texas go blue, or will money and finances keep Texas red? Because from a lot of the comments that I read in the newscast, a lot of the Republicans are like saying, keep corny. Sorry. Keep Cornyn in due to finances. So let's see what the cards are going to say. Okay, so the first card out is the Sun. So I almost feel like there's an awakening here. This is saying that, keep an open mind and you'll be able to see the truth, hear the truth, know the truth, and make the right decisions. This is all about being set free from that which is holding you down. And the Sun is saying, yes, there's going to be exposure here. You're going to see things happening. But at the same time, there's no conclusion here. The Sun is letting us know that there's going to be exposure to everything that's going on in Texas. It's going to be a difficult time because I think this is going to cause people to have to, like I said, open your eyes and kind of go, okay, what's going on here? And people are going to be seeking the truth. There's going to be a lot happening here. Crossing, we have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords, what's the obstacle to them is authority. It's the rule of law. It's almost like this could be even like Secret Service or people in positions of power watching and looking and seeing what's going on. And maybe even not just like out in the open, like secretively watching things because it is that tense. So the Page of Swords is letting us know that there's overseeing, there's spying going on. So again, dealing with the balance. The best outcome to hope for, the thing that crowns Texas, is the Two of Wands. So there's almost like they're trying to do what's best for Texas, and they're looking this way and seeing the money, prosperity, the oil, the riches. And then they're looking down this road and they're seeing democracy, their health care. They're seeing people being sick. This is also an indication of, two roads that can go down. It can go, and really right now we're still kind of in fluxes. It depends on what happens. What do they do in the meantime is going to decide what happens in the future. So things are not decided at this point. So underneath it all, we have the Four of Cups. So I almost feel like Texas has an abundance of good. There's a lot of good things happening in Texas. There's a lot of good economic things that are in Texas, and they want to keep their economy moving and being prosperous. So it's almost like now they're being offered this thing of like, look, you've got to look at what's really happening, and you're going to have to maybe stop looking at the dollar bill and look at people as a whole. Like there's almost like there's this inevitable having to change. So behind him, we've got the Five of Wands. So I'm thinking that Cornyn must have had a lot of issues to contend with. I think the Republicans in Texas have been having their issues going forward. And I do see that MJ Hegar is holding her own, definitely holding her own. So going forward, we got the Queen of Cups. I'm thinking that this could be MJ Hegar in the immediate future. What's Texas and what John Cornyn has to be worried about is MJ Hegar. This is somebody who's honest, who wants to help. She's the Queen of Cups. She's the future. So the attitude is, the Wheel of Fortune. So Texas, you're going through the spin of the wheel, and you've got the old and new wanting for that wheel to land on a certain way. And so this is your destiny is now in the creation. This is your destiny happening as we speak. What's happening now is going to create your future. The people around is the Ace of Cups, but it's reversed. So there's going to be a lot of emotion, but it's not happy emotion. It's going to be, how you feel is how you feel, and you're going to support that 110%, and you're not able to try to look at the big picture or see the other side. So I'm worried about this causing, possibly causing riots, or people being really angry, really causing a split and division, because people are just really feeling the Ace of Cups, this overabundance of emotion. The hope and fear for Texas. The Nine of Wands. So I think the people in power are worried about the strength of the opposition. I think they're also worried about the fact that there's lawsuits and paper trails that may lead to lawsuits, whether they stay in power or not. Worry that there's going to be some finding out about papers, income, money, something to do with that. So the outcome, we've got Temperance, but it's reversed. So there's definitely going to be an upset. Whether that's going to go blue, I'm getting the feeling that Temperance is the upset that people aren't expecting. They're trying to balance out what's best for Texas, what's good for the economy, but they also cannot ignore the elephant in the room. So there's almost like there's going to be this constant just push and pull, and I am worried about some upset, people upset, religious groups being upset. This could really, Temperance can really have a spiritual meaning. So people are trying to come either into enlightenment or hold on to their ways, with a vengeance kind of feel. Let's just have a look and see. We'll put Republicans on one side and Dems on the other, and see how will they feel with the result of the Senate seat between Cornyn and Hegar. So the Republicans got the Hangman, so they're just going to try to push the crowd, push the politics, selfishly put themselves and keep doing what they always did. So the Hangman is almost like they're holding on to their old ways. But does that mean the Hangman? Seeing it in a different... let's see what the Dems got the Two of Pentacles. See, I almost feel with the Hangman, that's showing that the energies, the potential for Texas right now is that they could actually see the Dems take over Texas. But the Dems are in a position that they got the Two of Pentacles. So they have paper issues. There is worry about the ballots and how fair they're going to be. They're hoping the challenge is going to be with the ballots. The challenge is going to be with the fairness of that. Like, the feeling or the vibe of, Dems, go with the flow. I feel like there's going to be an upset here. And the energies are kind of indicating that the upset's going to be that the Dems are going to come out and vote. But there's going to be an upset, and Texan is shining, so you've got everything that you need, and there's zero reason for all this upset, but there is all this upset. So that's going to be the focus for the next little while for Texas. And what you do and the decisions you make now are going to affect not just your immediate future, this is your extended future going forward. But the blue wave is definitely crescenting over Texas. So we shall see. So, my dear friends, that's it for me today. I thank you for spending the time with me, holding my hand and getting me through another day. I think I heard the school bus. So, our unity candle lit for each and every one of us. And as always, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, anything. Get a hold of me. All my information's in my description box. I thank you, as always, for being part of my 9 community, and I love sharing my time with you. And until we speak again, cheerio.